It's just Tuesday, though. It's just Tuesday, though. It's just Tuesday, though. Y'all, welcome in. I guess a lot happened at Fairmont Crest today because Jesus, be a fence all around me every day. Is my notes getting longer? Jesus Christ. So let's make it do what it do. We pick up from the end of episode 6, where Bill gets a message from one of his good friends at the Washington Post that there's a press conference that he has to attend. And Haley is upset about Bill going to a press conference on their wedding night. And Bill doesn't want Vern to spin a story for the press that he all but owns. Haley does not want to go to Bill really doesn't want to go to the press conference, but he also doesn't want Vern to spin a story for the press that he all but owns. Bill, from Bill's point of view, Danny pulled out a pal and got us on our knees. Haley does not want Bill to go to the press conference. She just wants to get under the covers of her new husband, go on the honeymoon that he promised her. Oh, my Lord. So then we're at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. Jacob got called into work. And, Vern says the officer, being here at the press conference would be good for our ranks. And Naomi thought that, for her and Jacob, and Vern says it's fine. Everybody, you're going to be fine, okay? Let's gather around and do what we do and show them who we are, right? A coach type of energy speech. So after all that, Martin says not to spoil your strategy or, douse water on strategy, but Martin's congressional staff is clogging his inbox with clips from the live stream. Kat saw some shade with some dragging mixed in. Anita is a part of a parents' Facebook group, which honestly, tell you the truth, I did not expect Anita Dupree to be a part of a Facebook group. I felt like when we first met Anita and Vern that they, were more, old school grandparents. Like, if it ain't TV, if it ain't radio, if it ain't the internet, if it's not a phone, they want nothing to do with it. They don't know apps, nothing like that, because there are grandparents who are of that ilk, right? Of that stock, of that pedigree. But I like the fact that Anita does have some social media, because grandparents are on social media. So I like how relevant the show is, right? But she says her parents' Facebook group is appalled, especially at Dupree causing havoc like this, let alone at a wedding. And then Smitty says on Instagram it has 3 million views, and Vern says, phones away. Idea of press conference for us to clear this up, not get involved with everything that's going on. And, press conferences start out good. Then Danny shows up. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. I was like, what in the flying hell is wrong with you, Danny? Why are you here? Why, and why? Did Anita say that you've done more than enough? Which you have done more than enough. But it is what it is. She is there. And my Lord Jesus, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I got ahead of myself. Oh my Lord, this episode, here's the thing. This episode really is starting the show, right? I feel like the first 6 episodes led us up to this, right? And if you all remember from the Entertainment Tonight special, that there is going to be a pivotal moment at the end of this season that's going to really determine the seasons to come, right? So my bad for jumping ahead, but let's get back, flip it, reverse it, rewind it back. Smitty says Instagram got 3 million views. Vernon said what he says, give a coach speech. And Nicole wants to step up for her sister and says, when Danny messes up, I clean up. That's our eternal dance. And Vernon said, you may be right. Kat then says, Chelsea, like mother, like daughter. And I'm just like, Kat, first of all, right? That is, first of all, your cousin, right? So she's going through a lot. Number two, she is your business partner, okay? All right. And number three, you need to be a resource, not a hindrance right now, okay? My Lord Jesus. All right. So that's just my point on Cat, because it's just like, oh Jesus, it's a lot going on. And I think Cat, kind of jumped the gun here. And when you think about Chelsea and Danny, they are two sides of the coin. Chelsea is I think Chelsea's everything that Danny wishes she could be, because Chelsea does seem mature. And I think that Chelsea would like to be a little bit more like her mom, right? So it's two sides of the same coin, just different sides of the coin. So Vernon is doing all the talking. Then now, Danny shows up at the press conference. So then we go back to Grayson Hospital. Ashley and Derek talk about Alex, and her name is spelled Alix. Not Alex like Alex, but Alix, and what happened in the elevator. And Andre gets credit, right? So Ashley and Derek talk about, Alexis and what happened in the elevator. Like I said before, Andre gets credit because, let me tell you something, I've never been in that situation, but that situation has happened more than a couple of times in life. We hear stories of how kids are birthed in the back of taxis and cars and airplanes. So that was real deal schmill life. So then Vernon says, we're back at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. A reporter asks, why would Danny have a pal? And Vernon says, we have gotten numerous death threats over the years, and Danny has a registered PAL and a license to carry permit. Nicole is not happy about Danny being at the press conference. At first, neither was I. And, Danny said, you're not the only person that can help out here, in so many words. A reporter says, stop spinning the truth to protect your family. Now, while the reporter is right, and she was a black reporter, it was a black reporter who asked the question, who said this. While the reporter is right, I also feel that all those reporters in that room, they also have family. They also have friends. And I'm sure as we get to know the residents of Fairmont Crest, because Sheila Duckworth and Miss Valjean, I can't remember the other woman's name. I think she's a white woman, if I'm not mistaken. But those three powerhouse women, they said that they got like 20 cast members and then, cast players, right? Or day players. So we haven't met everybody at Fairmont Crest, but I feel like for these reporters, we don't know what their lives are. So maybe they might have skeletons in their closet too. So I felt like, right question, but also too, we don't know your skeletons either, right? Because if you love your family, don't protect your family. And it's not like Vern's not being honest about it, right? He is giving facts that you guys don't know about, right? And all you gotta do is, go to FairmontCrest.com and look up, who has a license to carry. I'm sure Danny will pop up right there, and then that confirms everything, right? So, so then we're back at Grayson Hospital. Derek says that, he's been in those stressful situations where both of you will come under pressure. And then Shanice says the baby name is Ashley Andrea, which was very sweet. And asked Derek, isn't it wonderful? And Derek seemed like he was not happy about that at all. And Derek, I can see your I can see your rampage tendencies starting to form, because it's like, first of all, you can't call the baby Ashley Derica, okay? or Ashley Jerica. Ashley Jerica? Got a ring to it, but I think Ashley Andrea is better. Plus, knowing that, like, bruh, these were circumstances that Ashley nor Andre asked for. Okay, like, come on now. So I feel like Derek's being a little bit jealous here, just from my point of view. Um, so Bill and Haley's first argument. So we're back at the house of Bill and Haley. So Bill and Haley's first argument. You know you're married to an attorney. What happens if I don't show up to court? Bill asks Haley. Haley says the other side wins. And Haley then says, this isn't a lawsuit. I'm your wife, not a client. And I will say this, even though Haley is still a cow, a concubine of waste, I thought this was a very good point because she says something a little bit later here. Haley wants Bill and her to rest in them knowing the truth, right? And Bill says if Vernon can blame Bill for what Danny did, the press buys this. It can affect his practice, his ability to land clients, to provide for his wife, affects how judges and juries see Bill. And Haley says his reputation. And Bill says, yes, his reputation matters, and so should yours. Haley said, I'm not that shallow. Haley says, I know you love me. I know you want to defend me. But what about what I have to say? What does it say about our commitment that you leave me on our wedding tonight to go do damage control because of your ex? Even though Haley is a concubine away, she's a cow. I thought this was a very good point because of the simple fact you got what you wanted, right? So be about what you wanted. And Haley felt dismissed of her feelings, and she felt in that situation that you know you've made this commitment to me as your wife, but you're not embracing me. You're how can I put this? Bill has embraced he's embraced the crown of Haley being a wife, but it's not embracing the weight of Haley as his wife. That's the best way that I can describe that. She still is a concubine of waste. She's still a cow. And Bill is a bastard of waste. He's a bow. Okay, so bow and cow equals ish of waste or so. Okay, all right, moving on. So Vernon said there is no spin. Vernon says that Dan shifted her power away from Bill Haley before firing. She has admitted to her mistake despite being under emotional strain. A reporter asked, did you plan on unaliving Bill and Haley to Danny? Anita steps right up and says that is preposterous. And before you make any accusations, there's a few things I need you to know. Then there's a proper context to view the video. The family has always been private and circumspect, which is why the press never caught the slightest hint of the hell Bill Hamilton and Haley Lawson put Danny through. Bill gaslit my daughter, had an affair with Haley right under her nose, and then called her paranoid when she suspected. Haley embarked on a mission to become my granddaughter Naomi's best friend, then proceeded to use that friendship to insinuate herself into her best friend's father's bed. She is hardly an innocent victim. Danielle crossed the line. We acknowledge that she did, but it was Bill Hamilton who pushed her over. Who pushed her over the edge, or pushed her over it. If there's any if there are any consequences to be faced, and Vernon says that'll be all. No further questions. I thought, yes. And I was saying the whole time, Danny, you deserve. Actually, not just you. Not scratch that up. Scratch that. Erase it. Eviscerate what I just said. Danny has no other choice but to thank, showcase, and be about giving back to her family. What Danny needs to do is go make a fashion line, okay, on behalf of her family, get everybody's taste to make a clothing collection, and then the proceeds, okay, the proceeds should go to a charity of the family's choice. Because what they did at that press conference was media one-on-one. Yes, you saw what you saw, but there is more than meets the eye in the words of Optimus Prime. The Duprees are the Duprees for a mother-ucking reason. Do you hear me? I thought, wonderful job, right? Great to put in the story, all of that, right? And then Danny would like to answer. I'm like, why, Dan? You already showed up after Anita and Vernon told your ass not to show up. Why are you here? All right. So then we're back at Grayson Hospital. Shanice says, you go, girl. Ashley wants to go needs to see Alexis and thank her. Invites Andre, or Andre wants to come with Ashley too. Ashley invites Derek, but Shanice says, hold on for a bit. The doctor just left, and mom, dad, baby are trying to get some sleep. Ashley wants to get flowers or something for Alexis. Andre is moved by someone naming someone after him, and hope that she doesn't get her bad habits. Shanice asks, and what are those again? Now, here's the thing. I feel like Shanice is a bigger player here because she knows a lot about what's going on. Who is Shanice? Where does she come from? What's her background? Okay, something just ain't right. Okay, all right. I just want to point that out. Okay, because we keep seeing this black nurse. Shout out to all the nurses. Okay, but shout out to the thick black nurses in those scrubs. Okay, because TLC, who's when they say I don't want no scrub and can't get no love from me. I want those damn scrubs. Okay, look, hanging, riding, and dropping all over my face. Everything in between. Claim my body. Listen, put me in an emergency room and have your way with treatment on me. Listen, you're grown, I'm grown, and so are all of us. Okay, well, some more than others, but we'll just roll on. Anyway, so I actually said whatever those bad habits are, or whatever bad habits you have, you are this major photographer and someone who doesn't melt down emergency. It'll be cool for her to hear all that. Derek gives encouragement and says, listen to Ashley, you're all right. Andre said compared to Derek, Andre is a slouch. You fight fires, I take pics. You tackle emergencies every day. Makes my gig seem trifling. And then Shanice says, you are both, let's just say this, you are both pretty fine men with awesome qualities and one pretty lucky nurse. Now, Shanice, you said that Andre is fine, right? So do you have like a low-key crush on him? Because that was a nice save after you asked, and what are those bad habits again? Well, you probably know what those bad habits are. Because you probably have seen him many times before. Mm-hmm. Did you have a chance encounter with Andre? Mm-hmm. 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 Roll it on! Then Ashley kisses Derek in front of Andre. I don't know why. Maybe the show dominates to Andre that, listen, I'm with this person, all that type of stuff. We had a night, but that's it. All it was a night. Maybe that's what it is. So then we're back at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. Danny doesn't want her parents to take the blame for what she did. She's at the podium. And Danny says she went past her own guardrails, and she said she apologized to the staff who must have been terrified, and she also apologized to her family who doesn't deserve the shame I've heaped upon who I have heaped doesn't deserve the shame I have heaped on them. Now I put in my notes that I have heaped upon them because I just felt like that was what Danny was probably going to say, but still, either way, the shame that she has heaped on them, she does not feel like her family deserves that. Then she turns to mom and dad, says, you are the best parents. You have given me the moon since I knew how to point to it. And disappointing you is the worst punishment ever. No excuses, but I will admit this is a very low point in my life. I hate that my daughter's blaming herself for it. Chelsea, come here, baby. You didn't do anything wrong. There's no way that you could have known what was going to happen. And you know, I'm gonna just say this to Vernon: the next time that this happens, you should have locked the door so Bill could not have gotten into the country club. However, let's keep going in our Beyond the Gates episode 7 after show. Okay, so Bill shows up and wanted to give some testimony of his own. Bill lists so many unlawful things inside the third, and then, you know, says one thing is right though that my ex-wife said. This is not our daughter's fault. And then says Danny pressured Chelsea to live stream the wedding, which bruh, Naomi cannot stand your ass. She has already said her father is dead. You deserve no respect from me. You will not get any respect. And there's no point in us having any space because I just want distance. And Chelsea already said to you on your wedding day, I don't hate you, but I don't like you very much. So now you're going to throw your daughter under the bus to get back at the mother of your children. You are a piece of shit motherfucking ass bastard that should have been swallowed by your fucking damn mother. Dude, what is wrong with you? Like, get that Danny did this, that, and the third, but also too, motherfucker, you did some shit too. And that was so foul, classless, and tattered behavior to say to your daughter in front of the press that Danny pressured her, that Danny pressured y'all daughter to live stream the wedding. I can't. Your neck deserves to be rained out and sat into the hot sun to dry you out for the piece of shit bastard you are. Moving on. This is going to be a long one because my notes are long. Okay, so this is going to be a long episode, but I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Whew. Okay, so Bill will not sit idly by while Danny bullies his wife. Talks about slapped Haley before our wedding and been bullying Bill and Hay for days now. They want to arrest him because, you know, he wants to respect Chelsea and Naomi. You're not respecting them now by accusing Chelsea of, by accusing Danny of by accusing Danny to tell Chelsea to live stream the wedding. You're not respecting them now, so that's shit. Good time. Okay. Derek and Ashley are still kissing. We're back at Grayson Hospital. Shanice clears her throat and says, you two get a room. You two need to get a room, but all the rooms are for sick people. You two are perfectly healthy. Shanice, do you need somebody? Because I saw some donk on you in those burgundy scrubs. You know, I'm available to, you know, come beyond the gates and come through your gates, but that's neither here nor there. Moving on. Derek says, I doubt you'll have much reason to stop by the hospital. Bro, your rampage tendencies are showing. Okay? You are very territorial over an event that was beyond your girlfriend's and Andre's control. Because you have no control, okay? So I'll say that about Derek, okay? His rampage tendencies is creeping up. So Andre's overdue for a checkup, and Shanice gives, you know, some encouragement and says Dr. Cole Richardson, his aunt, is on staff as a psychiatrist, and his uncle Ted is a renowned plastic surgeon that operates at Grayson Hospital when he's not at his ultra chic private exclusive practice. So just Shanice trying to help Andre because Derek, you jealous, bro. You jealous over some circumstances that were once again beyond Ashley and Andre's control. Ashley, make sure you add these extra hours before you leave. She says to Ashley. Vernon tells Bill, I allowed you to grandstand my gathering, but now I need you to back off. Bill looks at Haley. Haley gives a you're good, and Bill backs off. Okay, moving on. Then Vernon says, okay, gives the okay to this press conference. Oh, thank you for the discretion, that you always give my family and for us to clear things up, all that stuff. Smitty and Martin are talking. Smitty brings up the rage comment that Martin made, and Anita and Vernon looked at each other like they were in secret society or something. Martin says that this happens, that just happens when you've been married for so long. We do the same thing. Danny then says to Anita and Vernon, you think I was wrong for showing to this press conference? And Anita says we think no such thing. Danny says your face says otherwise. Vernon then says it went perfectly fine until then Danny says until Bill crashed it. Bill and Danny look at each other. And then Danny wants Vernon to call the police. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. You want to be arrested for what you did? But then I'm like, wait a minute. These are the Duprees. They got some social capital here. Let's keep going. So then there's this black cop, and Naomi says, my mom has made a voluntary statement. You need to have proper cause because you have no warrant. Also points out that Naomi is Daddy's daughter. And then Naomi gets into her Maxine Shaw energy from Living Single. And says, I'm an attorney at law. Which basically takes out Officer Jenkins. I'm like, oh, shit. Damn. So Vernon points out that this is Officer Jenkins, appreciates the professionalism, and we'll be playing golf with the chief of police tomorrow. And Officer Jenkins said, Chief Elon Hawthorne. And Vernon says, we're close friends, even family ties. And I'll tell him how we were treated by police this evening. And then Officer Jenkins says, doesn't sound like there's anything here that's chargeable. And he will go back to the station and file a police report. Danny thanks Nicole. Bill does not like the fact that Danny's getting off the hook. Sir, you have done so damn much you can't say shit. You cheated on your wife with your daughter's best friend. And also, too, you've also screwed up the mother of your children. I don't think you understand how wrong you are that you cannot say shit. Your wife screwed over her best friend and her best friend's mother, which is the wife of your children. You can't say shit, Bill. You can't say shit. Okay? You can't. Okay? Lay there, roll over, and take it. In the words of Maurice Scott. Moving on. Okay, moving on. Nicole is glad that this went Daddy's way, but she thinks Dan should talk to somebody professional, not this family. Objective. Danny is afraid of social media. The whole thing was live streamed, and now you're afraid of social media, Danny. But okay. Nicole can recommend someone discreet. Ted catches an unnecessary stray. You want to get in on me? Should I get a facelift? And Nicole is like, you need to stop. You're doing too much 20 on 10 energy. And then we're back at Grayson Hospital. Ashley Andrea weighs 7 pounds. She's a baby girl. Ashley wants to put some extra hours. And Shanice is like, can I talk to you for a minute? What you're feeling is a natural high. I know you have the energy, but you will crash. I need you to be okay for work tomorrow. So shout out to Shanice doing the right thing, making sure that her new coworker is okay. Then we see Marin and Smitty talking. Marin is upset about the journalist talking to Granddad and Anita Dupree. Smitty thinks that he was stuck around to get the real story. And Marin feels differently about sticking around and get some dirt. Smitty would not have wasted time about privilege. I was like, wait a minute, are you really saying this when your ass is white and you have always had privilege? Moving on. I would went to the fact that Vernon actually plays golf with the chief of police and the task of police. Bruh, you have to be the dumbest white man in Fairmont Crest. Like, Vernon's not going to say that for no damn reason. So, you idiot. So all that, Martin thinks Smitty is enjoying the family's roles a little too much, and he knows the ties because he's family. Smitty misses covering the news. The breaking of the story was exciting, and Warren says, "Well, now you have a new assignment, raising our kids, raising our teenagers." I saw Smitty's face was like, "Okay, well, suck the fun out of me, why don't you?" And I will say, the way that Danny erased herself, maybe Smitty erased himself too. And I don't think it's right to erase a person and who they are that you are attracted to. I think that's flagrant, wrong, and disrespectful. Okay. I told y'all this was going to be long, but I think we're almost at the end. Okay. I'm trying to keep it limited because I want to give you everything, but tight. Okay. All right. So Bill calls Vernon the picture of hypocrisy, another DC operator. When Bill, you're a DC operator too, motherfucker. Okay. Vernon said this tit for tat needs to stop, and it's not a request. You lost, Bill. Get over it. You guys are even, you and Danny. I feel like Vernon was actually trying to bring peace to the valley, and Bill just got big mad. Like, sir, you have done so much that you don't even deserve this grace. You're the one that went over to the Dupree's mansion because nobody wanted to show up for the shit show that you bastard of waste and your wife, who's a concubine of waste, turns out to be so, which is an issue waste. You came over to their house after you fucked up their daughter and your oh, Lord Jesus. You went over to the Dupree's mansion after you have fucked over the mother of your children and your daughter, and you want to be upset? Fuck you. Okay. All right. Moving on. And he said, he agrees that about the tit for tat needs to stop. It can say the same thing for Danny. Whereas Danny, she is at Uptown, the bar, drinking a dry martini, and is texting somebody. Find out, who that is a little bit later. There's a flashback to Danny and Bill. This was when they came home after Naomi got married to Jacob. And Bill talks about all the demands that, that he made about Danny, turn her back on modeling. And if Jacob asked Naomi for half of what Bill asked Danny, they'll never find that boy's body. Mm-hmm. And then Bill Hamilton's prodigy is Naomi to become president. Naomi is to become president, followed by her appointment to the Supreme Court. Bill was sorry for dismissing Danny's dreams and accomplishments. First year for Bill, client roster outmatched the top firms in DC. Danny made sure that he was taken care of and seen in those spaces and known and applauded, took care of him and tolerated things. And they said, "We're not going to go there today." And then Bill says, "You could walk away and have a bigger life than the one that I gave you." Danny says, "What fun would it be in my life without you in it?" Bill wants to make up for what Danny sacrificed, and next chapter is going to be better. I'm saying, I'm Makusa all around the world. Ay. Danny pulls out her phone, like I said before, texts somebody. We find out who that is a little bit later. Kat gives support to Chelsea. After what happened, Chelsea wants to be social media free. Now, I can understand that after an event like that, you want to, be social media free permanently because you don't want no drama, no hell, no rain, no storm, nor any mental health to be destroyed. However, the same token, you're about to have a personal line with your cousin, and you have over 1 million followers. That is social capital that can turn to financial capital. Breathe. First of all, be still, rest, and then breathe. Because what you hold on to can and will consume you if you don't let go of it. Okay? So, Chelsea, you will be fine. You'll be fine. So, Ashley has had a little insecure voice, but now it's gone after everything that's happened. Derek is being very supportive. And Ashley said, "I got good people in my life. You, my mom, good friends like Naomi and Andre." Derek was good with you, Ashley mom, Naomi, but did not want Andre name to be heard. Once again, rampage tendencies creeping in. Bill and Haley are back at home. Bill wants to get Haley out of her wedding dress. Haley got into the wedding dress alone. She get herself out of it. Bill's trying to flip the wedding day. Said it was you got me, it was Curable Wednesday. Some people call it adventure. And Haley's like, nope. Today fancies about her wedding day. None involved getting powed at and crashed at a press conference. And Bill thought Haley did not want to be alone. Haley said, you made sure I was surrounded by Duprees. And then both of them, Bill said we closed the chapter on Danny, and Haley called Danny a drama queen. Well, I mean, if she's a drama queen, you're an attention whore. So what? Bill is not getting Danny's attention anymore because it's all about Haley. So we find out that Danny has texted Andre and that Danny has a coat. If you don't know what the fancy is, you knock on somebody's door as a woman, you are naked under the coat. Jesus, I wish Jill Scott would do that for me. Jesus. Squirt 7th Avenue peach oil all over me. And let me squirt lemon all over you. Or rose wine, just let me suck off the nectar that is the honey off of Jill Scott and from Jill Scott through Jill Scott and everything in between all around the world. Aye. Hallelujah. Praise him. Amen. Moving on. Derek better split because Derek's got an early shift. Ashley's tempting Derek by taking off her top and seeing a black bra. Haley's playing with a balloon. Bill thought Haley was going to join him in the bedroom. Haley was going to get in the shower until she heard Bill on the phone on speaker talking to Mike. It's about a wrongful death lawsuit. Bill wanted that surprise from Danny. Wanted that surprise from Haley, rather. Wanted that surprise from Haley. And Haley is now fired. She can't come in and out, and she needs to breathe right now. Danny is in Haley's head rent free and needs to take it slow. Bill tries to do that by saying, this is the hand I gave you, this hand you gave me, and we will be fine. This is the third. They cuddle, and then Andre and Danny spend time together. They recap the day that's happened. Danny said it was supposed to be one night stand, changed her mind. And Andre wants Danny to get this wild thing under control and did not know about Danny trying to pow Bill and Haley. Whoo, Jesus, that is your Beyond the Gates episode 7 after show. Y'all, it's almost a 40-minute after show, okay? It took all those notes, okay? It not only did it take all that energy, not only was that how big the episode was, but that's how long the notes were. I was very meticulous. I paused. I was crying, laughing, shocked, everything in between. So that is it. One love, much love, all love. Bye, everybody. See y'all tomorrow for another recap. Bye.